Jesus was sent to us to come and die on our behalf. So every time when you want to pray, sometimes you'll have this voice reminding you of the sins. Then that's where you come in. You quote the way to say, my sins were forgiven.
Good evening, viewers of Musa Makamo Ministry. Welcome to Table Discussion. I'm your host, Pastor Angel Makamo.
Yes, good evening, everyone, and we are glad to be joining you this evening. And you are all welcome. You are welcome, and yes.
They are welcome.
They are welcome.
You know how many times did you welcome them? You're welcome, and you are welcome. So you're so special tonight.
I've learned from the best.
Yeah, you are welcome, viewers. We appreciate each and every one of you. You know that we meet here every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. to learn, to be equipped. You know what? Galore of wisdom. So you are officially welcome, and thank you so much. And remember to invite your friends, to invite your families. Tonight's topic, wow, it's something else. So please make sure that those that you forgot to invite, just go and invite them. And remember that we are also going that side. We're still going, introducing you to that side of YouTube. Please go to Musa Makamo Ministry on YouTube channel and subscribe, because we are moving to the other side.
Yes, and
sorry.
Yeah, so I'm coughing, so when I cough, you need to know.
Anointing cough.
Should be.
So viewers, tell us where you are watching from. Just talk to us about where you are watching from. I'm seeing people here. I'm seeing Fiona watching, Tentwalo Gift, Tenyuko Gift watching, Nyuko Mashama watching, Maluleka Bosisi, we're watching from Centurion, Tenyuko watching from Wildmead Park, Bosbeck, Nyuko watching from Marking Beach Arc. Yeah. And then Figile, good evening. Family watching from Meredale. Kosi watching from Kempton Park. Hi, family. It's Pastor Shibe Maluleka. You're watching from Pretoria. Well, you are welcome. You're welcome. Fiona watching from Dorenkloof. Centurion. Yeah, I'm seeing so many people watching. Remember that we are going to our new home, our YouTube. So we must go and visit the site. I hope that Simone and Babasa have opened the comment.
Yes, they have opened. Yeah, I see some of the people on YouTube, and I see Bosi. Bosi, we welcome you. Funzo, Musa, so Libongles, the People's Advocate. Yes, and we welcome you also on our YouTube channel. It's Musa Makamo Ministries, and we are inviting those of you who have not yet subscribed to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we just want to thank our co-host for last week. Funes was not here last week. Was still recovering.
Yeah.
So we just want to thank His Promise and Pastor Sophie. You did a very great.
Yeah, they did a great job. Come and just join us. We appreciate them. The work that they did last week, it was awesome. They were thrown into the deep and they were able to swim out safe. So Promise and Pastor Sophie want to say thank you for the job well done. May God bless you and you continue to grow.
Wow.
Yes, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
So we are so excited that you have joined us viewers the first Tuesday of April. You know, April is my exciting month and my busy month, because it's a month where we prepare and you know what, the Blessed Woman Conference. So make sure that you go to Musa Makamo Ministry and register there for Blessed Woman Conference. So we'll talk more about it as we continue today and the other week. And we can't wait to see each and every one of you in Troyville number 5, Princess Street, Johannesburg. So we can't wait. Tonight's topic.
Yes.
a better way to
Just-
support your leader.
Mm.
Better way to support your leader. I know that, when you were introducing this, there were so much of things that were in my mind, but I can't wait. I
Yeah.
can't wait to hear what the reason behind this topic, what
Yeah.
God has revealed to you, a better way of supporting
Your leader or
Your
your
leader.
pastors.
Yeah. So I can't wait. I can't wait. So make sure that those that you know, they need to hear this. They need to be part of this. Those that you know that, what, they can, when it comes to being blessed, this is the area where they excel. Then
Yeah.
they can be refreshed when they hear us talking, and make sure that you invite them.
Yes, it's over the years I've learned something, and what I've learned was it's most of the church leaders or most of the pastors, they don't have people who are there for them.
Okay.
They don't have many who are there for the vision. Most of the pastors. And then pastors are surrounded by people who are just there for their needs to be met. And you end up having people who even forget that this pastor is also a human being. As
Yeah.
much as I've got needs, this pastor has got needs. And I want to start by saying this to whoever that is watching us today. Your pastor has got needs.
Sure. Okay.
It's as much as you have got needs that you are expecting your pastor to meet. Your pastor has got needs. And most of the pastors, they don't have any person who can stand with them in time of need.
In times of need. Yes.
And very few people know this simple secret. People who are lonely and isolated, more than most, are pastors.
Yes. Yeah.
I hope you are getting me. People who are lonely and isolated are pastors. And people who keep on giving, they keep on supporting, keep on giving to the point of being empty are pastors.
Yes.
And very few people know that. And some of the people, they don't even know that their role in the pastor's life or the ministry is not just only to be there to be prayed for, or to, some they need to grow to the next level, to support, to serve. What's the better way of supporting a pastor?
Okay.
Paul repeated one thing more than most to the churches he was preaching to. Pray for me. Pray for me. If you have never taken time to pray for your pastor, it's either you are selfish
Sure.
or you are being ignorant, or you don't know that you have got a role. If Paul, of all these great apostles, can ask the churches to pray for him, what about us?
Yes.
Listen, I've learned, the pastors I work with, I've taken it upon myself to pray for them. Last week, when I was not well, when I was not okay, I got a call, and then this man of God said, I want to apologize. I said, what are you apologizing for? He's saying, you know, you have been there for me, but I don't remember praying for you.
Sure.
He said, you have given so much to me and my ministry. I've never even once prayed for you. Then he said, the situation you were in, it's like it was a wake-up call for me. I said, why? He said, because I realized that if this thing has led to death, the support that I'm getting or I've been getting, no one was ever going to give me.
Sure.
So it is so important to pray for your pastors. One of the best way to support your pastor is to pray for them.
Wow, one of the ways to support your pastor is to pray for them. I don't know about you viewers. When was the last time you prayed for your pastor? Not because something is happening and you are afraid that if something a bad thing can happen to your pastor, you are in trouble. Just because you just pray for the pastor because you care. You know that he also needs prayers. So wherever you are sitting, I just want you to answer this, that when was the last time you pray for your pastor?
And so I'm challenging everyone here to do this. Pray, because the pastor's leading the ministries and giving counsel. You don't want somebody to mislead you. It's important to pray for the pastor. It's also important to pray for the pastor's marriage. It's important to pray for the pastor's marriage.
Okay.
Very important to pray for his family in general. Very, very important to pray for the pastors in general.
And you cannot pray for something that you're also negative about.
Look, make sure that the pastor you are with is the pastor that you believe God has called for you.
I like that.
Because if you are saving the pastor that you don't trust, you don't believe God called them, you'll be a burden. You will not be able to support. So I'm challenging each and every one of you. Commit to pray for your pastors.
Commit to pray.
Daily. Pray for your pastors.
You remind me of a certain video that I was watching, and this man was saying, I have learned to pray for my pastor, and I've made it a habit that every single time when I pray for my food, I add my pastor.
It's very important. It's very important to create that time. It doesn't matter whether it's when you are eating, or it's when you are on your way, or you just have special time. Create that time. Pray for your pastor. Because you don't know what is it. You know, one of the things that I've learned, there's always someone who is offended even by the good that the pastor is doing. Pastors don't need to do anything wrong to offend. There is someone who is waiting. They say the devil is waiting for an opportune time. There is that time when the enemy is just waiting for something. You pray for your pastor. You know, years ago, I told this story. I was sent somewhere to go and help the church where the pastor had, the pastor had fallen. And then when I got there, the leadership was so angry. They were so angry that this pastor has fallen. They said he has committed adultery and his marriage and all this stuff. And then I sat there listening to their case, each and everyone, presenting their case. And it was so bad that the leadership had proof. They even sent people to record the pastor. They had proof, a text and audios, videos to prove that the man of God is really bad. They no longer need him. And we were praying there, and I asked a question when it was my turn to say something. I said, I just want us to do something before we address. I hear you. I see your proofs. I see everything. before we deal with the pastor, I just want us to sort something. I said, of all of you leaders here, is there any leader that has, that once fell and this pastor picked you up? And then the first one folded the paper, and then it was a lady, she said, there was a time where I messed up big time. I remained in front of the church teaching and serving. Pastor just restored me, he never said anything. And then all the leaders, they were still called, people were calling them leaders, not because of their good works, because of the pastor. And I turn and look at the pastor and say, Pastor, how did you manage to have leaders who have fallen? Because now, look at them, how angry they are because you have fallen. And then that pastor said, I was praying for them.
Yes.
I prayed for them that God will not, even when in their lowest, God will lift them up. He said, I was praying for them. I said, okay, thank you. I said to the leaders, when last did you pray for the leader? Now you are sitting here, you want to get rid of him because you want his seat, you want his position. If you have never prayed for a person, you don't have the right
to judge them.
Sure.
And I said to them, you have got responsibility to pray for this man and his family.
Sure.
And when we started the prayer in that room, God started to set them free.
Sure.
Not him, to set them free. So one of the things that I've learned is to always ask myself a question. When last did I pray for the church?
Yes. Okay.
Am I praying for this church? Am I praying for these families? Am I praying for these couples? Am I praying for their businesses? Am I praying for their marriages? Am I praying for their children? It's my responsibility to pray for each and everyone under our covering. And then what is the responsibility of a member? What is your responsibility? How the best way to serve your pastor and to serve your church well is for you to commit to pray and to make sure that you pray for your pastors.
And I liked what you said, that you pray for them daily. That's why I'm seeing people here saying, like I'm seeing Pastor Dambuza saying, I made it my mission to pray for servants of God every day. And then I'm seeing Ben say, Lord, I commit to pray for my parents, pastors. And I was Patricia saying, I commit to pray for my pastors daily. I'm also seeing Olga Baloi saying the same thing. I commit to pray for my pastors daily. I also see what Brenda is saying there. I'm committing to pray for my pastor daily, not only when they are in trouble. I submit to pray for my pastors. That's what Pastor Shiwe Maluleka is saying.
Yes.
To commit yourself to do something.
Yeah, we need. I see this side as well, Tumelo, and I see even Wisani on the shop side where they are saying we commit to pray daily. Listen, people don't know how much it takes to pray for them. When we are praying, we are giving out. When we are praying, we are being drained. And there are no people who are going to recharge us. If those that we call ours, or we are their pastors, are not taking their time to recharge us in prayer.
Sure.
It's not given, good people, that we will wake up every day and have energy to pray. I remember when was it Sunday or Monday when they came, when I was not okay?
It was early morning, Monday night.
And I realized that, you know what, this time around, when was the last time I heard people pray for me? And I was sitting asking, how many houses have I visited to pray? How many people have visited my house to pray?
To pray.
How many people who just said, you know what, today, Pastor, we understand you are now we're from a conference. Check how we, I mean, I was just, I was given a sick, whatever. Sick note. They said you'll start work on Friday. Friday, we're starting a conference.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people know that when I went to a preach on Friday, I was not, that I was checking myself that because I don't, and then we did the weekend and we preached, we prayed for the people. And, you know, after you have given prayers like that, after you have given time like that, there are some people who must grow to the level of saying, we have received.
Yes.
We need to give back.
Sure. We have received, we need to give back. Well, I'm seeing Refilo saying, I commit to pray for my pastor. That's what we need to do. And Pastor Dombusa say, when I was still employed, my joy and mandate was to make sure servants of God and their families are taken care of. And that's what also Pastor Mlawuti is saying, that I commit to pray for our pastors daily. May God really help us.
Yeah.
May God really help us, because for Paul to say that pray for us, it means it is important.
Very,
to
very
pray
important.
For us. And what you have mentioned also, that we are taking out. You know, we are taking out. And for someone to pray for you, it means a lot. It refreshes you. You find yourself continuing with the journey.
Yeah.
Because there are people who are backing you up. May God really, really help us. And I believe viewers at home, this is also what the thing is. You're not only doing this to just comment. It must be something that you mean it from your heart, and you start to do it, and God will bless you for that. You will enjoy the rewards of praying for your pastors.
Yeah. So that's number one. That's the first way to support your pastor. Now, number two, you know, be kind. Be kind to your pastors. We are people.
Yeah.
Just be kind, and just be kind, and show that love. Show that you appreciate.
Sure.
Show that you appreciate. You know. Show that you care. Encourage us sometimes. You know, one of the things that people don't know is that as much as we can preach and encourage everyone, we need to be encouraged.
There is someone that I'm blessed with. I don't want to mention names, but there is someone that has been, you know, encouraging me.
Yeah.
Yeah, in church. She will call, she will send me messages, and I when you talk about this, I remember her. She will call, Mama, how are you? I'm appreciating you for what you're doing, for what you said. I appreciate you. And yeah, I'm it refreshes.
You know, there are some people who have been in the church for years. They are not aware that they've got their pastor's numbers. They have never sent just to say, Pastor, thank you. The only time, if you can go to your record for your messages, you'll find that the messages you have sent are those messages. Oh, my child is sick. Oh, Pastor, I'm divorcing. I'm tired. There's no day where somebody to pick up a phone and say, for me to have your number, I just want to let you know, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I really appreciate. Very few people are kind to their pastors.
Hey, may God help us. For those that just join us, this is Table Discussion. We officially welcome you, and our topic for tonight, better way
to support
your partner.
pastors. Yeah.
And now we are talking about encouraging. Sure. When is the last time you just pick up a phone and say encouraging words
Yeah.
to your pastor?
Mm.
And you know how this is very much important. Ne?
Yeah.
This is very much important because we've gone too far. When I say that we've gone too far, even when I receive a call, I know that there's a problem.
Yeah.
That's how far, that's how bad things are. How far things have gone. Where when you see a call
Yeah.
or a WhatsApp,
Yeah.
you know.
People don't know when you come with the phone. I'm thinking,
He's gonna say
who's
WhatsApp.
bewitched now? Who are those that are fighting now? What's going on? I wish sometimes people can just be kind to their pastors at times. Just be kind to your pastors.
Sure. This is something. Being kind. Being kind. Kind words. Kind words is something that it's needed. And someone just sent me, I think it's Sunday after church, just send me a voice note to say, you know what, I appreciate you and the pastor. I appreciate you for what you've done. I really appreciate you. And it refreshes us to hear that.
You know, one man of God said, I'm tired of hearing people saying, oh, Pastor, that was awesome. He said, can you just be specific at times? Just let me know something.
Yes, not in general.
Just let me know what is that one thing. Not every day. There has to be time where there's one thing that at least you know, this pastor, it's not like these pastors are bad. One thing that you can say, Pastor, you know what? I thank God for you because of 1, 2, and 3. Be kind. Just sometimes help, and people don't know that is one of the grace that God has given, kindness. And so pastors are expected to show kindness, but then people that we have in the church, they don't.
My God, I know that viewers, wherever you are, some of you are repenting. Yeah, we need to be kind to our pastors. We need to show kindness to our pastors.
And also, so here's the thing. Now first we say we commit to pray for our pastors. Number 2, we commit to be kind to our pastors. I don't know who is joining us there, but then we commit to be kind to our pastors. We'll be kind. No matter what, we are going to be kind. We are going to embrace them. We are going to be there. And being kind sometimes, I find it rude, you know, when maybe we've got a meeting. Someone decide not to come. They don't communicate. The only time they will be there on time is when they've got a problem.
Do they really come on time? Even when they have problems, we wait for them.
Yeah. And then so that's being rude. So let us commit to be kind to our pastors. And then I want you to go and research deeper. What does it mean to be kind according to you? Because it's not something you just say, I commit to be kind. It's something you must practice. I commit to be kind to my pastors.
Sure. So you're saying that we must go and do a research. Yeah.
So that's what those are some of the things that we need to do. And that was the second thing that we need to work on, you know, when it comes to supporting our pastors the best way we can.
I'm seeing here that they're commenting, saying, I commit to be kind to my pastors. I commit to be kind to my pastors. That's what they're saying. I'm seeing house Patricia, Nico, Pastor Mlauzi, Figile, Shalati, Ben. They're committing. And I'm seeing Brenda saying kindness is one of the fruits of the Spirit.
Yeah. So yes, it's true. It's the fruit of the Spirit. And then number three, let's commit to solve problems. Let us solve problems. Don't you know? It's not nice to be surrounded by people who only bring problem, not solution. So I commit to solve problems.
I commit to solve problems.
I'm a problem solver. I will not always take problems to my pastor. You know, sometimes you sit and you wish someone can just come with a solution. Things will go wrong. But then one of the best way to refresh your pastor is when you are able to solve a problem.
Okay, be practical. Be practical about that, please.
So now, here's the thing. Church is an organization. It's a family. And there are people in the church. And there are activities in the church.
Yeah.
There are people who will be offended in the church. And some of the people who will be offended, they will come to you. There are decisions that will be taken in the church. And some of the decisions that will be taken will not suit you. There are things that happen in church. It will not be things that you like all the time. But if someone comes to you having a problem because of something that has happened in the church, the best you can do is to solve that problem the best way you can. And then when you come to your pastors, you come and say, Pastor, there was a situation like 1, 2, and 3. This is how I have resolved the situation. Okay. I don't know if I was right or there's something that I still need to do. And when you solve problems, you become accountable.
Okay.
When you solve problems, you let your pastors know that there was a problem. We have solved it. There was a problem. I remember there was a situation some times back, and then there were some people that I took like, these are part of my inner circle. So we will talk, and I will just talk, and then we're so free to talk to them. And as I engage with them and talk, I'll talk anything. They will ask any question, I will talk and answer them. I never even worried about them until someone came to me and said, Pastor, I love the way you are so free with those people, but I sat down with them because those people, they are not what you think they are. This is what's happening.
Yes.
Whenever you talk to them, they are busy recording you. Those questions, they're not asking because they are happy. They are asking so that they can record. They are recording you. So now, be careful with them. I have told them to stop it, but I just felt like I need to let you know that, hey, be careful of this kind of people. And then now, after that was said, I started to be careful, and their true colors came out. And you know what? The way they were talking, the topics they were asking, if somebody did not address the problem, those people, whatever agenda that they were having, would have destroyed many.
Yes.
So now, there are so many people. Some are offended because I remember someone who was offended because they thought there are people who are favorites. There are people who are loved more than them. Even though John is telling us that the disciple that Jesus loved, there will be that disciple that Jesus loved. According to John, he
and
said,
you wonder what made him to say that.
Hey, so now, this person who was offended because they did not feel like they are appreciated enough, they are loved enough, they went to someone. That person said, yeah, I know, even me, I'm not loved. And then that person just put more, petrol on the fire. And then when this person was done, they came back and said, that person is not happy. I said, how did you solve the problem? They said, no, we said nothing. Only to find that they added more, fire, the petrol on the fire. And then this one came back to church. But the one who had a problem at first never came back to church. Because the one who was trusted with a problem didn't solve the problem.
Yes.
If we don't solve, whenever we don't solve problems, we destroy innocent souls. So be a problem solver. Just be a problem solver. And some people, some of you are not gifted to solve those problems that need you to talk. Some of you are gifted to solve the problem that need you to fix. You need to fix something. You just need to fix something. When you see something, a chair broken, you cannot stand the chair. You fix. So whatever problem that you cannot stand in the church, that is your department. That is your issue to address, to solve. So you might find that we are sitting like this. There's something that when you see, you can address. For me, when I see, it's nothing. And then there's something that when I see, I can address, I can solve it. When I do that, I'm refreshing my pastor. Solving a problem. Not all the problems need to reach your pastor. There are problems that must never reach your pastor. You are the one who must resolve that problem.
And it refreshes. I remember some time ago, there was an incident in church a long time ago, which is very funny that even the person that did this, I saw this person commenting on something today, but this incident I never remember. You know, this week is a week of remembering. So I'm remembering, and I've been telling you for this past 2 days that I'm remembering stuff. So this person helped some other people, and then I heard these people telling me that, you know, this lady came to us because we were in a situation and she helped. And we appreciate the kind of people that you are having in church. It was refreshing to me just to hear that someone covered someone's shame, and then and this person is part of us. It was great. I felt so a long time. I think we were 2008, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
It's true. There are some problems, to be honest. They are not supposed to become public, be known. There's a shame that when you see something in a person, when you help resolve that, you have saved the person, you have covered the person. And when you do that, listen, there's no way you can do that and God not reward you.
And we need that.
So there are some people, and let me tell you, in church is not even for perfect people. In church, there are people who go through things. And if you cannot resolve problems, listen, you will cause problems. So I want to challenge you. Don't be quick to run to the pastor's office when you see someone struggling. Help them. Don't be quick to go and type on a social media when you see someone battling. Solved. And we will help some people, will help you with the benefits of doing this.
And you know, when you say that, I'm reminded of something now, that I've seen you as a problem solver.
Okay.
Even in church, where you solve problems. And when there's this scripture that has been in my heart that I want to put it right. Follow me as I follow Christ. For us to see you solving problems, it's something that we have seen. And for us, me and you, to see people solving problems, it refreshes us because in other words, you are doing what we are doing. You are becoming fruitful. So it's not only, it's an addition of when you say better ways of supporting your partner, your pastor. You find that being a problem solver is part of it. It's so nice, especially when I see you doing it. So when you see your children doing it, it goes deep. So that's what I wanted. It goes very deep.
Because you know the thing is true. It goes deep. The thing is this: even if you can be anointed, no anointing can solve every problem.
Wow.
We might be anointed. There are some stuff we will never solve. There are some areas we are so weak in that area. We are not gifted in some areas. We even if we can come in tongues, we come with the power of the Holy Ghost. There are areas where we will never address. So what is it that God does? God will connect us with the people in that area where your pastor is weak. That is the area where you are strong. In the area where you are gifted, that you find that your pastor is not gifted at all. Listen, we will not sit here when it comes to us and say to you, you know what, whatever you think of, we can resolve. No, there are some stuff that will never resolve. And I want to challenge you in that area where you are good. Be professional. Give the best. Be the best you can be. What is it that refreshes us? It's when you have got people who are professional, people who are making sure that they are the best in that area. Listen, can I help with something? You know, we grew up in a time where people will say, don't worry about my voice, just listen to the Spirit. We worry about your voice. We are worried about your voice.
Why are you worried about the voice?
We are worried about you. Don't tell us, no. We can hear the Spirit, but we want the Spirit where there is order. So in your area where you are gifted, work on yourself, study. Listen, you know what's the problem in the church? We have got people who think every problem is solved by prayer and fasting. If you are serving in the church, you are an usher, study about ushering. Research about ushering. If you are an accountant, if you are a videographer, whoever you are in the church, become a professional in that area.
It's true.
Because if you are not you are not professional, now we'll end up saying, just don't worry, it's just a spirit. No, some of the things, brother, is not a spirit. It's not spirit. We need the best we can get in the church. We need the best we can get in the church. So I'm challenging you, be the best you can be. It refreshes to have the best. You know, we grew up in the time of transpose techniques. I mean, 500. You just transpose. We need to. Let's start. We know. We know which key is this. Know how do you pace yourself. Learn. Be professional.
Yeah.
So let us commit to be as you solve problems.
Be the best.
Be the best you can be.
Sure. Be the best you can be, viewers. I like what you said, that we need to balance the thing of being a problem solver and not be the best.
Yeah. And the next one on how to support your pastor the best. Decide, to let your pastor's vision become your vision.
Sure. Okay.
Let your pastor's vision become your vision.
Wow. Okay.
I had a meeting with Pastor Morgan. We were talking, and he was telling me, Musa, there's this thing that we believe God wants to do, so I want you to go and pray. I said, Pastor, has God spoken to you about this thing? He said, yes. Why must I go and pray for something that God has already spoken? What God has said, I'm with you. I take ownership of it. If I believe you, why must I go and ask God about it? You are saying God wants us to do this. Why do you want me to go and fast? And so now, the thing is this. There are people in a church who are having their own agenda, who are having their own vision. If you don't become one with your pastor's vision, when you have got your own vision, we call it division. So in a church, why are most of our churches not progressing. Because there are so many visions. And each and every one have got a selfish agenda. They are not there to help this vision succeed. We can say, well, it's not here today. We can say we have got our vision is to reach 1% of Africa. You can ask yourself how many people who have taken ownership of that vision to reach, to say, you know what, God wants us to reach 1% of Africa. God, this is not just about the past. It's about us. That is ownership. This vision is not about the pastor, it's about me as well. I'll be part of it, and I will support this vision. On top of that, I'm going to serve this vision as if it's mine. You know why in most of our black churches, I'm not saying all, most of them, why the people who were supposed to earn a living through the church, they will never get there? Is because they have never allowed their vision to die in order to support the vision that was supposed to take care of them.
Sure. Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Take the vision, take ownership of the vision.
Take ownership of the vision.
Listen, you know when Christ say, Peter, come follow me, I'll make you. What do you need to know when you say, I'm supporting this pastor, I'm working with this pastor? If you have never said with your pastor and say, Pastor, let me understand the vision.
What are you saying? What are you talking about? And what is my role? I want to be part of this. Sure.
So you will never ask to be part of it if you are sold out to the vision. Someone has to be sold out to the vision to say, I'm here, I'm with you. If, one of the things I'm grateful about, when God gave us the assignment, the vision of the plot we are working on, what I'm so grateful about, it's when I had people who came and say, Pastor, you spoke about this. What is it that, where are you, or what are you doing? And some, without even asking, they lifted their hand and said, this is the role I'm going to play. Someone came with his wife and say, you know what, Pastor, this is who we are. We are going to, this is the role we're going to play. This is how we're going to support. And then someone came and said, now you need to deposit this. I'm coming. It's for me. I'm going to support to make sure that the deposit for the plot is from me. It's from us as a family. Some, they will come and they say, this is what we're going to do. When we started building, someone would come and say, I'll bring 10 bags of cement. I will do this. It's from me. I'm the one who's committing to do this. When it comes to those kind of things, it makes the load to be light.
Yeah.
Someone is saying, I'm not giving towards this work for position. I'm giving this work because I'm part of the vision. I don't want position. I don't want power. I just want to see this vision come to pass.
Yeah.
Then people who are who are sold out to the vision, they are not after position. But there are people, deceivers, they give for power and position. But genuine sons and daughters, they support
without wanting to be known
for the vision to come to pass. It's not about them being announced. It's not about them being recognized. It's not about them being given the mic. It's about the vision being fulfilled.
Amen.
So commit to let your pastor's vision become yours. I hope you are getting, you are agreeing with us there. Come on, we commit to let our pastor's vision be our vision.
Yes, we commit. Viewers, commit there that let your pastor's vision be your vision. And what will you do? What are the things that you will do if this was your vision. Whatever that you will do, if this was your vision, as you are making the pastor's vision to be your vision, that's what you should do. I saw a video today. This video, they wrote what people think restaurant owners look when, or they do when they arrive in their restaurant. So these guys started, I guess they're acting. These guys that come, then he opened the back door of the restaurant, and then someone gave him a glass of wine, and then the other one took off the jacket, and he said, "This is how people think when restaurant owners come into their restaurant. They are doing how they enter." Then he said, "Now I want to show you how we enter." And then they opened the door, and then when they opened the door, he was now carrying stuff, boxes, stuff, things that were so heavy. Some he will even push them, because they were so heavy. And it was just showing the commitment when something is yours. And then I'm saying that, as we are saying that we commit to let our pastor's vision to be our vision, do as if you are the pastor. Care for it as if you are a pastor. You will know that, look at him, look at your pastor and say, what is it that my pastor is doing? Whatever that is doing, how he's committed, this is how much I'm going to be committed.
So they said, don't talk about the leader's vision or the church's vision. Talk about our vision.
Sure. Not the pastor's vision.
No, it's our vision. We're saying if we go down, we're going down together. If we go up, we're going to go up together. Why? It's our vision. It's our vision. It's our vision. And when you talk to people,
sure, Jesus.
And can I say something that I've seen in the church? We are sitting here. We are normal people like you. We are husband and wife like you. We are parents like you. We are children. We are some people's children here sitting here. If you decide to look for faults, you'll find them.
Yes.
You can start and say, even if you start to look at how we look, you realize that with some of us, we don't even have hair on our head. It's not a style. That's how God designed it to be. I did not choose to be like that. And then if you check, the other one is tall, the other one is short. If you look for fault, you'll find faults. But I have discovered that through children, they don't feel good when they're talking about their pastor's faults. They feel good when they talk about the best that God is doing in their pastor. And when they see faults, they know how to go before God, to trust God, to fix the faults in their pastors.
Sure. Wow.
Through children, they are not the ones, you will never have a couple of friends who will sit just to destroy the pastor. No. There are some people who just enjoy destroying.
Yes.
But there are those people
Jesus.
who know that as much as I've got my shortcomings, God help them. You will never support the vision of the people you don't know how to love. You don't know how to cover. I've seen with the people I work with in church, I've realized that there's no person who's perfect. All of them. And then, so now I've learned to love them the way they are. And I've learned to present them to God. I've learned some of them to talk to them and help them to see things the way they are not able to see. Why? Because I know there is something good in them. But why are pastors not being refreshed? Because it's rare for a pastor to hear someone saying, or to hear that someone was talking, to saying, you know what, I'm so blessed to have a pastor like that. He's just normal like us, but God is using him.
It's false, but God is using
God
him.
is using him. So it's very, very, very important to do these things. In that way, where okay, all right. So maybe before we go to maybe I will have to bring this point.
Okay.
You must learn to overlook offense.
Sure. Wow.
I wish I can sit here and say, you know how sweet I am. I will never offend you. Listen.
I'm an angel.
I have learned over the years, I've been offended by pastors. There were times we'll sit and say, this pastor. Nah. But then as we continue to grow, we'll have learned that pastors are normal people. They can offend you. And I want to say this. There's one other guarantee that you must be sure of. You see, sitting like this, we will offend you. Even if we can pray and fast, we cannot fast offense away from. So what is our commitment? This is the commitment. I remember when I started to train you, to teach you, saying, you must never allow whatever that's happening to offend you. Learn to overlook offense. Learn to overlook offense. And some of the stuff will be so painful. Some of the stuff will be you'll be disappointed. Sometimes you will be shocked. Listen, learn to overlook offense. That's what it's so nice to know, I offended him, but he's still here. We offended, you know what, we were not aware. But so since we offended, we are sorry. But it's so refreshing to know that someone overlooked it. So we commit to do what? To overlook offense. In that way, we are refreshing our pastors. We are supporting our pastors. So let us make that commitment. That, you know what, no matter what happened, we are not going... And I'm not so sure if you are aware, the number of people who have left the church is not because God spoke. It's because they were offended.
Yes.
And there are so many things that I have learned, about people. I remember when we ordained others, there were two people. The other couple was offended. And they said, we're leaving the church because we thought we are better than the ones we are ordaining. The other one cried. The reason they were crying, because they thought they deserved to be ordained. They were offended by ordaining. And I remember I said a statement in church. I just said a statement, and then all to find that these people were fighting about it in the morning.
Sure.
And then this person think, they have reported. So the pastor is talking about me. And without knowing. And there are times where some they are offended by how we interact, how we talk, and then some they are offended. So some they will be offended by how the pastor dresses. So there are so many things that will offend you.
You are reminding me of something. When you talk about offense, and may God really help us, because this is where the enemy take advantage.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying this because of what you're saying about offense, that some you find that they are offended because they feel like I'm in charge of the church. Like you are not doing it. I'm controlling. You are I'm in charge. And now I'm laughing because I'm reminded that this past weekend I was so tired. And I usually wake up past 5, 6 o'clock. And then this time, it was even 7 o'clock. And I was so tired. And then for me, it was like, let me just sleep a bit. And you woke me up. You said, go. I'm not used to have you this time. You must go. You need to go. But you find that for you, I need to go because there is something that you trust me with. That this is something that you need to do. But you find that someone getting offended because he feels like I'm in charge of the church. You're not doing anything.
Look, until you get closer to us, you know how we have set ourselves up and how we work. You'll conclude. You'll just believe stuff that does not exist. How we work. Only those who are closer to us know how we work. And those who have been with us, they know how we got to where we are. And so be careful of being offended by things that does not exist. Be careful. I remember somebody left the church because they were not happy. They thought only some people are trusted by, when it comes to driving the pastor, going with the pastor if we happen to go somewhere. And then they said, no, because we don't have money. And they were not aware that when we started traveling, Osborne was not working. There was no money. When we started traveling, Bishop, we did not have a car. He just used to carry the bag. We go to the taxi. And then so if somebody does not know, they think, oh, this one is being taken, Pastor.
They have money.
You must be careful that things that offend you does not exist. Don't take offense. Overlook some offense if that will refresh us. And as we continue, I'll just drop one thing, then we close because we are done. Our time is up. One of the things that I've seen that really it affects me as a leader is when you see people undermine themselves.
Okay, sure.
In the church, we're not in a race. We're not competing.
Sure.
Never undermine yourself. Never look down on yourself. And especially those who are battling financially, some they are battling with some habits. They tend to take a big seat and let the work of God suffer. And let the pastor suffer.
Sure.
Never let us suffer because of undermining yourself, looking down on yourself. Even when there's no money, you are still important. Even when you are still battling some stuff, you are important to the vision.
Sure.
God brought you here because you are important, you are needed. And don't compare yourself, don't compete with others. Don't compete with others. You are the best in the area of your calling.
Yeah, amen.
So never undermine yourself. And I will say this, there will be time where money is not there. There will be time where things are not there that you think is what will make you special. Even when there's no money, you are still important.
Amen.
Whether you have got cars or whatever, you are still important. I hope I'm talking to the right people.
Yeah.
Listen, I will serve God no matter what. Come on, let my people join me here, and we agree on this. I'm going to serve God
No matter what.
no matter what. I'm not going to be. I'm not going to allow material things to determine whether I serve God or not. I will serve God no matter what. In pain, whether I feel like I'm a failure, even when I feel like I'm not worth it, I will serve. I will avail myself to serve. And I'm going to serve. I'm going to serve my pastors. I'm going to serve God. Because to serve your pastors is not only about money. It's not about money. To serve your pastors is not only about voice. No, it's not even about that. You need to serve with whatever that you can serve. Commit that, you know what, I'm going to serve.
Amen.
I will serve with whatever that I have. When I check the people that are here, I'm thinking of Tumelo. For years now, she comes early in the morning, around 6 to 6, here to pick you up. She'll serve with a car. I see Monde here. He used to serve us with his guitar, and they used to play, and we miss that guitar in the church. He used to serve us with that. We serve with whatever that we have. We serve. Come on, let's commit to serve. That it refreshes us.
Yes.
Commit to serve with whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. Commit to serve.
I commit to serve.
Commit to serve with whatever you have. Some of you don't have money, you don't have, but your presence. Just be there. Serve us with your time.
Amen.
Just serve. Commit to serve. In that way, you are helping us to do the work of the Lord without issues.
Wow. Sure.
Come on. Do we have
see.
our people here who are committing to
I will
serve no matter
God.
what?
I see here Nyuko saying, I will serve God, the ministers, and the ministry no matter what. And I see Refilo saying, I will serve no matter what and whatever I have. Wow, I see Patricia saying, I commit to serve with whatever that I have. I see people saying that. I see people saying that whatever my hand find to do, I will serve my God in anyhow I can. That's what people are saying. And you know what? God sees your heart.
Yeah.
God sees your heart. And is it not so funny that we will always say, God will give you the desires of our heart, but we don't think of this kind.
Yeah.
We only think of, I need a mark, so God will give me the desires of my heart. But let me tell you, if this is your desire to serve with whatever that you have, God will give you.
And let me show you how we get a mark. You see, this is a mark. If God want to bless us with a mark, not this one, we'll have a nice branded one soon. If God want to bless us with a mark, who is there that I say, they say, I commit to serve. This is the, she's not in a position to buy a mark, but they say commit to serve with her time in prayer. Then there is this one here. They are in a position to give money towards the mark, but they are not in a position to pray like this. So if Olga is here and she has got money to give, she's not aware that for her to give is because, to have money is because this is praying. And then if I have got Bongless here, he knows how to print. We have all played our part
In bringing them.
in bringing the mark.
Wow.
It's not only a one-man show when it comes to church. When we commit to serve, whatever vision that God has given us, whatever assignment that God has given us, we are able to fulfill when we commit to serve all of us. So family,
Sure.
let's commit to serve our pastors, to serve God the best way we can.
Wow. Hey. Better way of supporting your pastor. Wow, we have learned. Praying. I want to list them. I hope you are listing them there. Yeah, I just remember something. We'll never close.
I'm done.
We'll never close. Okay. Thank you, viewers, for watching. We're going to see you again next week, Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. right here on Mosamakamo Ministry. Remember, on the 19th and the 20th of April, we are having a conference, Blessed Woman. So make sure that you go to Mosamakamo Ministry website. You go and register there. The registration is free, but we are looking for business people that will come and promote their businesses. There are some people that have already inbox us that are not even part of the church that want to be part of it. So let's make sure that we make this successful. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
So we no longer buy stars here because no one bought stars today, and then we must buy stars.
Yeah, we must make sure we buy stars.
And also, please, Go to our website, good people. Partner with us, you who have not partnered. Partner with us. We want to take this work to the next level. And also, don't only partner financially, partner with prayers. Pray for us. And commit to attend those meetings. So we love you so much. We love you. And see you soon.
Next week, we love and appreciate you. We are out of here. We say to all of you,
Alpano, Mulungu wa Makamu. Bye-bye.